Hi guys, this is Queen J back on Queen J Production, and I got Sandman on with me today. He is a music producer and co-founder of the Gauntletbeatbattle. How you doing?
Good. How you feeling?
Good. I'm fantastic today. So
That's what's up.
got to sleep in. So of course I got some questions for you.
Of course.
So diving right in. For those who may not know you, can you introduce yourself and tell us where you got Sandman and who is Sandman and where you got that name from?
It's a long story. All right. So I'm Sandman of the Gauntlet. I've been producing for about 20 years. And got an opportunity to start this platform with my brother Lens Prague. We really started it for the people, you know what I mean? And we just wanted to, create an opportunity in a space for people to battle and to really build a community is what really is the heart and soul of the show. The lifeblood of the show is the community. So we are just thankful that we had the opportunity to build that and be able to be in season 8. That part's amazing. So, but where did I get Sandman? Okay, so as a kid, I was listening to a lot of I'm older, so listening to a lot of 90s hip hop and heavily influenced by Busta Rhymes, Wu-Tang Clan, and the types of beats that DJ Scratch was making, RZA was making, Knots at the time was making, grimy boom bap beats. DJ Premier, Alchemist, you know what I mean? Like those type of beats. And it always sounded like it was always dope, but it always kind of had like a alarming type of eerie feel to it. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to make beats like that. Wu-Tang was always talking about chopping necks and cutting heads and it was always like super grimy. So when I being influenced by that, I started making beats like that, and I made beats and I was like, this sounds like something you don't want to listen to right before you go to bed. Mind you, I'm 16. Let's put this in context. I'm like, this sounds like you don't want to go to bed after hearing this beat. And sleep being the cousin of death, the last person you see before you go to sleep was the Sandman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So young 16-year-old me was like, yeah, I'm trying to have this super hard name, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I chose Sandman. But my beats have evolved. I've grown up.
Right.
I still make, some really, really, hard stuff, but it's not. I also make, some cool, chill stuff as well, but I just kept the name. I've had it since I was 16, so I'm a person. Once I'm loyal to something, I'm loyal to it. So
Right.
I kept the name.
And how did you first fall in love with music, and what made you want to become a producer? And finding that name and listening to all these influencers and in hip hop, what made you basically, I want to make this as a career, this is what I want to do? What made you do that?
So I grew up in church. My mom, as Mama San.
Yeah, Mama San. Yeah.
She's a singer. She released that album in 1979, so there was always music in my house. My mom's an artist, so there was always music in my house. I grew up with Stevie Wonder. I grew up with various Christian artists, Yolanda Adams, Fred Hammond. He was in a group called Commission that some people might know about. But, on my dad's side, my dad was listening to James Brown. But his palette was very vast as far as music. We had Creedence Clearwater Revival in the house that I would listen to. We had Lady Smith, Black Mzumbo. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But African a cappella quartet type group. You know what I'm saying? I would listen to everything. Um, I started playing drums at 13, and the very first instrument I ever got was a bass that I never really learned how to play.
Okay.
But I learned how to play drums at 13. God-given talent, God-given gift. I like take no credit for it because I never had a formal lesson. But you know, I always gravitated towards the music. I would hear nuances in music that other people wouldn't hear. Like we'd be riding the car and it'd be like something tucked in the background, like a violin or a piano line or a horn line that was tucked in the back of a song. And I would hear it and I would turn to Mama Sand and be like, Mom, do you hear this? Like, and she would have to like squint to hear it. And then she'd be like, oh yeah, I hear it. But it was blaring for me. I break down beats and music all the time. I deconstruct everything. I literally can pinpoint everything in a song sonically.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? No matter what the volume level is, where they have it, stereo image, it doesn't matter. I can hear it. And so being a person who had that ability, of course I was always enamored by how did they do that? You know what I'm saying? Like what was the process of that? Like the composition of that, right? So moving on to my sister also is a singer. Her name is Jamila, and she goes by Mila. She was working with a producer named Clef Dallas from Virginia, and there was two producers she was working with, Clef Dallas and another producer named Dolomite. Those are the two producers who are literally responsible for me wanting to make beats. I knew I wanted to do something with music. As you heard Mama San say yesterday, you know, I would hear the music video games and be like, I want to do that, I want to make that. But it wasn't until I walked into, you know, their studio and saw their equipment and saw them literally create what looked like magic from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Or from taking a record and sampling it and creating a whole nother thing out of it, that I knew I wanted to do it. I just told this story the other day. I remember dealing with Clef, and he would be working with my sister because they recorded, they made music together. So I'm in the studio as a little dude and just looking around like, I love this, you know what I mean? Mm. And I would ask him all the time, like, hey, can I get on the equipment? Can I get on the equipment? He would always tell me, you gotta get your own. And mind you, I'm like 18. I got no money. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm like, come on, man, like let me on it. And a few times he did let me on it. I would do my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like fumble around because I didn't know what I was doing. It was his equipment. Mm-hmm. But you know, I was able to make some things happen. It wasn't until I got older and I was able to buy my first piece of equipment that I realized the lesson that Clef was trying to teach me. Can't nobody kick me out of my studio right now. Can't nobody kick me off my equipment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we invest in ourselves as producers so we can express ourselves. And that's what he was trying to teach me. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So I appreciate that. But my influences for music and production directly stem from hearing Clef Dollars and Dolomite, who were both, God bless the dead. Like Clef passed not too long ago, but Dolomite is still around, and I literally call him sensei to this day, because had it not been for them, I don't think I would have been in production. I would have been trying to be a drummer or something else. But after seeing them, I was like, yeah, I want to do that. So.
Do you think, and this is like a philosophy question, do you think the universe, or whatever you want to call it, God or whatever, do you think that it's a coincidence, it's fate, or do you think the universe or God puts people into your life to put you in that trajectory of what you're supposed to be when you grow up, or even when you're like, say if you're 30 years old, and your life is supposed to take another direction, do you think that those things are supposed to happen like that?
Yeah, we definitely go ahead and call it God.
Okay.
Because
Okay. Good.
It's
Good.
definitely him.
Okay. Yep.
Who's responsible for this?
Yep.
Look, I like I said, I was raised in church, and I am a person who is a God fearing.
Yes.
So
yeah.
it's gonna be
I agree
God
with you. I agree
up.
with you. I'm,
You know what I'm
I'm God too. No, I'm not God. I mean, I believe in God, but yeah.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, I knew what you mean. But yeah, I do believe God puts things in motion. God's plan is divine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he knows what he's doing. He's definitely putting people in your path to either create something for you or to have you learn something out of the experience. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, it's about giving God glory. So let's not forget about that part either.
Yeah.
My gift is not my gift because I get to beat my chest and say how good I am. My gift is literally just that, a gift you're supposed to be grateful for. Mm-hmm. And I'm grateful to God for my gift. And I'm grateful to God to be able to share my gift with other people. And ultimately, when it comes down to it, I will always be careful to give God glory and be thankful for what he gave me.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Amen
I'm
for
just
that.
operating in the gift that he gave me.
Yeah.
That's it.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. Woo! Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Do you remember the very first beat that you ever made, and what was that experience like?
Oh Lord.
We gotta start from the beginning, and we'll take it to the end.
Okay. First beat ever made.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like? Because I had like, okay, so I come from the world of Casio keyboards as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Back when Casio keyboards had like 10 or 11 seconds of recording that you could do. And I would find these piano riffs on those Casio keyboards, and I would record them, and then it would only play that thing back, and then I had to play something else on the side to kind of do like an accompaniment to it. Mm-hmm. So if I had to say, like, my first beats were stuff that I couldn't save, but it ended up being stuff that I was able to kind of revisit later. Like, I could think of one specifically I was able to revisit and make happen.
So going back to your first beat, where you weren't able to like record it onto like cassettes or nothing like that? Okay. All right. Okay. Oh wow.
Absolutely not.
That's awesome.
It was literally just hit record on the little Casio keyboard. It'll play it back, and it'll turn it off, turn it back on. I don't even think it saved it.
Oh,
if you did
man.
that.
Right,
So
right.
just play it back.
That's
and just no drums, no nothing. You had the little Casio drums you could hit, and then it play like a little. Like that's it.
That's wild. So,
but like my first
professional.
I can remember first professional.
Like when you started getting into when you stopped making it like a hobby, when it wasn't just a hobby, when it became like a career.
Oh, okay. So my first one like that, I actually am part of a couple of production duos, but the first one I was a part of, I make beats with this guy named Article, and me and him make up menu beats. So I was featured back in 2007, a guy named Cap. He has a record called Inside Out, an album called Inside Out, and I have production on that album. And this is back in 2007 when everybody wasn't able to just get on iTunes. Like, you had to like be doing something or have figured something out in order to be on iTunes back in 2007. And Cap figured it out, so he releases the album on all the major platforms. So my production was on that album alongside Article as Menu. But and back in 2007, when everybody was, I've had people try to try to brag on me with stuff, and I've had other people that I know be like, well, he's been on iTunes, bro. So like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I'll say that's my first professional run, if you will.
Oh, hey, that's awesome. So, what was your biggest obstacle as a producer from the beginning to now? I wouldn't say the end, but to now.
I'm not classically trained. I'm not classically trained. I think that's the biggest thing. I have an amazing ear that I know God blessed me with, but I'm not classically trained at all.
Meaning that you didn't go to like a university to become like a producer?
It wasn't until later that
I
went to, and I haven't finished that degree either. Like, but classically trained as in I don't play keys.
Mm-hmm.
I have never been formally trained with drums, even though I play drums. You know what I'm saying? But it's my ear and my creativity that allows me to make the beats that I make.
Yeah.
Now I can sit down with keys. I'll be able to find what's going on, and especially because I've gone to classes since then. Like, I understand scales, I understand chords, I understand that type of stuff. But before, it was strictly just my ear,
Right,
making music. So, I know if I could get to the point where I can be surgical on the keys, then that's gonna evolve my production even more, and I'm trying to get to that point. That's what I'm working on right now. So
yeah, you said you were in school. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, and I would have never known that had you not mentioned any of this. I would have never known the way you make your productions, your beats, which you'll play a couple, I'm pretty sure at towards the end. And yeah, I would have never known.
So not classically trained. I basically used to play everything just one-handed, or do a whole bunch of pointing and clicking in the piano roll.
Right.
And because I understand chords and I understand how stuff is supposed to sound, I was able to kind of piece the bass and the melodies together, as far as anything dealing with keys or anything dealing with like synths or stuff like that. But there's people who literally can just jump on the keyboard and just go, and I've never been that guy yet. We'll say yet.
But I think this is encouraging for, like, when this interview comes out. I think that's encouraging for brand new producers who feel like they have to know how to play instruments to make production.
Now, I will say, like I said, I'm a drummer. I'm 100% a drummer. So understanding instruments does give you a leg up, because you understand music theory. You understand composition in music. So if you want to make beats, yes, you should have some type of experience with something instrument based. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be a little difficult trying to jump into it if you don't understand theory, you don't understand composition, you don't understand chord progressions, that type of stuff. So yes, you should have some.
Okay.
At least some experience.
Okay. Because going back to new producers, do you feel like anybody that's listening to their beats can figure out, like, hey, they don't have that type of knowledge?
No.
For progression. Okay.
Well, especially not with all the tools we have at our disposal nowadays. Maybe before, all the advances in technology, possibly. But with the tools we have at our disposal now, no. Like, unless you lead forward with keys, I could think of people in different producers like a Greg Keys or a B Dot, who are very forward leaning with like keys in their compositions, and you could tell that they've had formal training because of the type of chord progressions and stuff like that they do. But or even if it's not formal training, they're just proficient, I'll say that, at playing. You could tell with those type of people. But you can find like either samples, or you can piece things together chop things and piece things together, and you can make things sound the right way, or you can literally one-handedly do something and then one-handedly figure out something else to go with it and blend sounds and create a full sound. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't necessarily translate to, oh, I can tell this person doesn't play keys. There's no way to really know that.
Okay.
Except for if you flex with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
how do you feel about producers using drum loops? Do you feel like they have to be manipulated, or do you feel like they can actually loop them and like piece together
now,
composition?
I feel both ways. I feel like sometimes there's a drum loop that just makes sense. Cool, use it. Here's what I'm against. You found a drum loop. You found a key loop. You found a horn loop. You found a synth loop. You found a whatever loop. You found another loop. Put these things together. Look at what I created. No, you didn't. What'd you create? You didn't create a thing. You just arranged it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you have a composition that you're working on and you just happen to find a loop that fits in the composition that you have your DNA and your fingerprint on, then cool. You know what I'm saying? But the difference is stacking loops is not producing. It's not.
Even if they manipulate it, say like filtering or
filter
any of those things. None of that? Okay.
If you chop the loop, sure.
Okay.
You chop the loop and you make a whole new composition with that loop because you chopped it and completely you didn't follow the loop arrangement. You literally came up with your own thing. Then that's producing. But I literally am just grabbing loops and stacking loops on top of each other. That's not production.
Because that's something that I'll just point this out real quick. That's something that I do. I'll take a loop. Now I have my own composition in there because I'm working on that. But I'll take a loop and I'll chop it up and I'll rearrange it, or I'll get rid of part of the loop.
That's what sampling is.
Yeah, filter some of the other instrumentation out of it if I just want the bass. And then do my own, the whole arrangement thing.
That's exactly what sampling is.
Okay.
Like literally replace the word loop with old dusty record, and that's sampling. You would take an old record, find something in it, take it, chop it, come up with your own composition, add your own things to it, like your bass line, more keys, more synths, your own drum pattern, that type of stuff, and you created something new out of something else that already existed. That's sampling. And there's an art form to that. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like a lot of the producers, they're confused about that. They don't know. They want to use the drum loops. They want to use the technology that's out there, but they know chopping a loop into it.
There's a difference between using and abusing.
Right.
Like I said,
yeah.
You could use it if you've already established your thumbprint. Your DNA is in this thing because I heard this bass line, and so on my keyboard I created this bass line. I heard this key line, so on my keyboard I created this thing. And man, this sounds good. Man, this horn loop that I just found fits with what I just did very well. Then throw the horn loop in there. The difference is you still have something that you created. Your thumbprint is still on it. Your DNA is still on the basis of what you're adding sauce to. The sauce you're adding is that horn, or the sauce you're adding could be that drum loop. As long as your name or DNA is on that composition, then fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't say your name is on something if all you put together is loops from other people.
Right.
What did you do? You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about that. And I feel very, very strongly, and I know we're about to go down the rabbit hole if I mention this, but I feel very, very strongly in the opposite direction when it comes to AI. I'm not a proponent for AI
Nope.
whatsoever. Period. Dot. Like.
And what's your
Period,
reasoning
dot.
for that? What's your reason? Because you got people like Timberland, maybe. I'm not trying to throw out names that utilize it. Maybe you know what I'm saying. You know, and we know
Because
how
it's
Timberland is.
unethically, yeah. Because
Yeah.
unethically sourcing people's music. You know what I'm saying? Now, you could say with sampling, you don't clear the sample. Yeah, but there's repercussions for not clearing the sample.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have financial repercussions for not clearing a sample. And at the end of the day, you sample something, people know where it comes from. I could play you a sample and you're gonna know that it came from let's say Anita Baker. You know what I'm saying? There's attribution there. Literally, what these computers are doing are scanning all of the internet for all the stuff that's created and feeding itself. They're feeding the AI with everybody's music. And then, so when you say, I want something jazzy, it's going to find Robert Glasper or somebody like that because you said you want jazzy. And it's taking elements of what they've done and producing something. Well, I won't even say producing. That's
Yeah.
I want to dignify it with that. But it's coming back with the result of use this progression is what the AI came up with, but it's a direct stealing from the composition of another person without their knowledge. Like without their knowledge, without attribution, nobody's getting paid from it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that to me is the part that and it's not only like established creators. We're talking about if you have any music up, it could be lifted no matter what your status in the game is. And that to me is it's the fact that at the end of the day, like I said, you've commercially released a song with a sample in it, it's going to be to the point where you're going to be responsible for clearing that sample.
Right. Yeah.
It's literally there's no attribution for AI sample, AI loops, or say AI samples. Like,
I agree with you. It's unethical.
You know
These are
it's completely unethical.
These are a lot of people, and I'm just going to say this to you. A lot of people don't look at these celebrities or artists as human beings. They still got to feed their family. They still got bills to pay. It's already getting hard with streaming to make money. I know when I put out my little EP, I made 12 cents on that. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine the cut down that these artists are getting for streaming? So I definitely agree with you. It's horrible.
I wrote a whole paper about it.
Yeah. They still got to eat, and most of them have to go on tour or sell clothes or do whatever just to make an income.
Like the days of, and it's sad, super sad, but the days of being highly profitable just from music are pretty much over.
Yeah,
it's music is the driver to sell the other merchandise that is actually going to be profitable for you. The other merchandise could be tours. The other merchandise could be little tangible merchandise, or your brand, or your streams, or your whatever. You know, like your live streams or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the days, and that really changed when from Napster to being able to download music. The accessibility of music is what changed that. You know
early 2000s when Napster came out. Yeah.
Now, granted, I'm appreciative of the fact that I can go anywhere and I can have access to every type of music that I want. But where that changes is it changes the value of music to people. When I was young, it was wait in line and go get this piece of music. Right. It was read every word in the liner notes. It was connect with the artist and sit with the album. What story are they trying to tell me with this album? What are they trying to convey from start to finish? You know what I'm saying? And like, that's not a thing anymore. It literally is this song is old after a week. The song is old after a couple of days, then I'm tired of listening to it. Or I'm not a fan of the song unless I could do some type of viral trend to it.
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
it's not about the artistry anymore. And it's because people's value on music has changed.
Do you think it's more of the people listening to it, or do you think it's the production of the music? Does it sound to you, say for instance, like a pop song? Do you feel like a pop song, they all sound the same, they just have different chord progressions to them, and
Now,
that's why the value of them?
Something being formulaic, that has been a thing since. That's why it's called popular music. So the formula has been a formula for eons. The 30s, the 40s, the 50s. You know, think about all of the Beatles adjacent bands that came out. There's a sound, right? And hip hop's no different. I mean, you know, it's just gotten to the point where what's popularized or what's being, said to be popular, force fed to be popular, is a certain sound. And what I do appreciate about our genre, though, is I feel like there's enough people who are purists to where that's not going to go anywhere. I think, you know, that some people call it underground, but I think there always will be a space for hip hop purists and like people who are not interested in just trying to follow trends. Yeah, I've never been interested in trying to follow trend. A lot of people who are considered my contemporaries are never interested in trying to follow trends.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, that's the music that's gonna last. Like, tell me the last Snap music song you heard, and that's no diss against Snap music at all. But that sound had a time, and then that is because everybody was doing it, trying to follow a very formulaic pattern, and then it was done. There was no thing. It was popcorn music, not steak music.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's what I appreciate about you. Yeah, that song. Sorry, I forgot. I'm very bad with name titles. I am with names, titles. I'll be calling all kinds of things different names. But that song that you done a lot of music with Nightlife. The one that I did that review on. I know you know which one I'm talking about. You did a Phil Collins mix with hip hop. Easy Lover. Yeah. I love when producers, especially because I love classic rock in the 80s and stuff like that. 90s is okay for me, but I love it when producers mix two different genres like that.
Oh yeah.
Country, okay?
Yeah.
I love that because it's different. It's different than what you hear on the radio. And I appreciate that's a lot of talent to take those two different genres and put them together. And you did that. You mastered that.
you can edit this part out if you want to. But how old are you?
I'll be 37 in a month.
Okay, so you're not too far behind me then.
Yeah.
How
old are you?
43.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know I act young, so I know. I'm still trying.
No. I'm just saying. So then you remember back in the 90s, like that was a thing. Like the mixing of genres and the mixing of like that's always been a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've gotten away from it as people have tried to basically chase trends. You know what I'm saying? But it was always about how much different can you sound. Like, I just saw this interview where Nelly was saying he had the hardest era of music because when he dropped, he had to worry about Busta Rhymes, he had to worry about Wu-Tang Clan, he had to worry about DMX, he had to worry about Ja Rule, he had to worry, and all of those sound different. Each one of those artists had their own individual identity, and they sounded different. Their music sonically sounded different, even though it was hip hop. It was all hip hop, but sonically, all of their music sounded different. I can literally turn on the radio right now and hear 3, 4, 5 songs that literally sound identical,
No.
and the originality is gone. But to speak to genre blending, that was a part of being original. That was a part of trying new things, being adventurous. You know what I'm saying? So
That's what you mean by the Rick Rubin back in the day, and
yeah.
you know who I'm talking about? Aerosmith working with Run DMC and all that.
That was groundbreaking at the time. You know what I mean? And like, that was 80s. So well into the 90s, people were definitely experimenting with that a lot. Jay-Z with the air, in the air tonight, the Phil Collins sample that he did, like,
and with Tupac, all his stuff that he did.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that has been happening, but we've gotten away from it because people are more so concerned with followers and plays and streams versus real artistic expression. You know what I'm saying? So
I got a few more. I got a few more questions for you because I know you got to get up the road. Okay. So one of the questions, and a lot of producers talk about this, artists, hip hop. Do you believe that an album should be one producer, or do you like the idea of having different producers? Because sonically, what do you agree with?
I think people like to put rules where they don't need to be at.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
Like, for example, Knight just released a project with production from me, production from Lens, production from Black Lotus. You know what I'm saying? And that's my man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But so I believe if it's going to help the artists express themselves the right way and be inspired, it doesn't matter. Now, can you maybe release a piece of art with someone? There's one producer and one MC, or one producer and one artist, and basically craft a sound? Absolutely. Now, if you're chasing after crafting a sound and trying to craft a piece of art together, then yeah. But I don't feel like there should be a hard and fast rule. Or you didn't use just one producer. Like, it's not a thing for me. Even as a producer, like, now, the flip side of it is, as a producer, I would love to be able to executive produce an album for an artist.
That's my dream.
To be able to craft a sound.
Yeah.
Which I'm currently doing with the artist named Sativa. So I'm super excited for that. But even that is me giving her different ideas. Like, the sound doesn't sound the same every track. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what they're getting by using different producers. They're able to play in different sandboxes. No.
Mm-hmm. Right. You know no pun intended.
You know what I mean? They're able to play in different sandboxes by having different sounds from different producers. So I'm not for or against either. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it should be a hard and fast rule.
Right. I think a lot of them are studying Thriller and Quincy Jones. How that was so consistent and off the wall with Mike.
What you got to remember with Quincy is Quincy executive produced that album.
Okay.
Executive means he was making decisions on everything and crafting the sound with it. The actual composition of the music wasn't all Quincy Jones.
Right.
He had a team of musicians.
Toto.
Who were Toto. There you go.
You had gosh dang it, my favorite guitarist of all time, Van Halen. You had Van Halen on Beat It. I mean, all of them come in there. Jeff Porcaro, if I'm not saying this name right. Mike.
Now, did he completely run the direction of that album sonically? Absolutely. But I think that's the difference of what we're talking about. We're talking about, when we speak about producers now, they're really thinking about composition of music. Number one, that's one facet of production, and then the other facet of production is guiding the sonic sound of an album. Now, if you want to say, talking about that part, which is some will argue more important
Mm-hmm.
as having the title of producer versus beat maker. If you're gonna call yourself producer, you should be able to guide the sonic journey of an album. You know what I'm saying? And the artist should trust you to do that.
Right.
Now, if you want to say have one producer for that, then absolutely, because there shouldn't be too many chiefs in the room.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're talking about just composing music to be included on an album, whatever is going to help the artist create is what's important.
I see what you're saying. It's just like Rick
You know what
Rubin
I mean?
when he talks about it, him going in being
Mhm.
was he's also considered executive, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Because he don't play instruments.
He can't make beats too, though.
Yeah, okay.
But matter of fact, no, I don't think he does. He's just an executive producer.
Yeah, I thought I heard him
gotta
say.
do the research on that. I
Yeah.
don't think he actually produces in the composition sense of the word.
Mhm.
Yeah, I gotta
Same
remember
thing.
that.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
embarrassed that I don't know that
Those-
information, so now I gotta go figure that out.
Those two I kind of watch interviews on because he does get on the Rick Rubin gets on the podcast and he talks about basically the mind frame of the artist.
Mhm.
Because he wants to tap into their mind versus, it's not just going in there and recording. No, there's a
Right.
whole thing behind
Right.
it. Why are you doing it? What are you doing it for?
That's a whole nother skill set than
Yeah.
you can compose a song or compose a beat.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that. I've been in rooms and directed sonics. I've been in rooms with artists and being like, nah, that's not the take. Let's do it again. Or nah, try this cadence. You know what I'm saying? Or nah. We need to turn up the high pass filter on that. I've been in rooms and directed traffic like that. That is production as well, because I'm literally guiding the sonics of the song from start to finish.
Right. And speaking of you,
That-
can you dive deeper into your production and everything that you're doing with Nightlife and everything that you're doing now? Can you go into that? And can you talk about what do you look for in these beat battles? Because I've been on the gauntlet a couple times. I've only lasted 30 seconds each round.
Oh my god.
I've only lasted 30 seconds each episode that I've been on. But it was a learning. It was a learning experience. Tell me about all
I'm
this.
working with a couple of artists right now. One is an artist named Sativa, Minerva, and then I'm working with another artist named Aventine, and of course all the work that I do with Nightlife.
Incredible rapper.
Again, oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's literally like you were saying about helping them find sounds and find the sound for themselves from a composition type standpoint. But you can ask Knight. I've been in a room when he's recording, and I will literally stop the beat in the middle of the recording and be like, no, redo that line.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
or maybe consider this cadence, or maybe like I've produced Nightlife before in that sense of the word, and then I've produced Sativa before, I've produced Aventine before, and others that have been in the room with me. It's been more than those three. It's been several more than those threes, but I understand that my job is composition and sonic director. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes the difference between a beat maker and a producer.
Right. Yep.
So you have to be able to do both to be a producer. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then some would argue if you can't engineer, you're not a producer. So
Is that really an argument?
oh, it's definitely an argument. Oh yeah.
It's like, but
definitely
that's
an
why you pay, say like Tizio. Tizio is Chris Brown's personal engineer.
But if you're the person who's supposed to be guiding the sonic process of this album, you should have somewhat skills in being able to engineer. I don't claim to be the best engineer, but I understand what I'm doing. I understand when I see somebody else do what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I can be in the room and maybe have an engineer in there, and they turn up reverb too much, and I'm like, nah, we need to turn
I
that
see what
down.
you're saying. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or they turn too much delay on something, too much image. Maybe something's too much pan to the right, or no, we need it. You know what I mean? But that's guiding the sonic process of an album or a song.
Yeah, I definitely see what you're saying. Yeah, because you can hear it, especially with your ears, the way you can hear
Mm-hmm.
every little instruments. And so when you go into these beat battles and you have, I mean, these are some killer producers that get on there. Like, woo! Like these are, it's not a game. It's not a game, ladies and gentlemen. So when you have these top tier beat battle producers or just producers in general, what is the first thing you're looking for?
Exactly what we judge on. Hard drums and mix, number 1. Musicality, the number 2. Transitions, number 3. The difference between a battle beat and a beat for an artist is a battle beat is a minute and 30 seconds, anywhere like this. Some battles do 45 seconds, some battles do a minute, some battles do a minute 30, some battles do 2 minutes. But either way, it's about keeping the attention of the listener without relying on lyrics from an artist. And if you're doing that, then you have to be able to do interesting things in the song or in the beat. Musicality is interesting. Being able to float through, different chord progressions is interesting. It keeps interest. Having banging drums keeps attention, right? Having a clean mix keeps interest. And ultimately transitions is interesting. When you think you're listening to the same loop over and over, it changes. It goes left. It goes somewhere else. That's what the transitions do. It's like, oh, where are we going now? It literally is a fork in the road, a turn signal. You know what I mean? And I equate beat battling to the dunk contest in the NBA. We don't want to see you dribble the ball. We know you have fundamental. It's about creating moments in a beat, and that's why the musicality, the transitions, the mix, the drums matter, because you're creating moments. So that's the strong difference between beats for artists and beat battle beats. So that's what I'm looking for when I'm hearing these beats on the Gauntlet.
Have you ever told any producer that ever came into the beat battle, hey, I think your beats are more for artists. I don't think your beat battle ready. Study the greats. Okay.
Absolutely have. But I don't want them to continue. I've never told them don't keep trying. You know what I'm saying? I have said take and apply what we're saying. The beat that you presented to us at this present moment is not a battle beat, but that doesn't mean you don't have the propensity to offer a battle beat. So if you take what we're telling you and apply it, and then you resubmit a new beat in another battle or another episode, you could show that I have created a composition that is Gauntlet ready or battle ready. And there's been too many success stories with that. Big shout out to Akaza Zerse, who started out one way when he first came into the Gauntlet, literally listened to our critiques, didn't get upset about the critiques, didn't take anything to heart, but applied everything. And now he's turned into a monster in the battle space because he kept going. There's never going to be a situation where I'm ever going to tell somebody, stick to what you're doing. Everybody has the opportunity. Everybody has the ability. If you do this, now if you don't do this, okay, you know what I mean. But if you do this and you're passionate about this, yeah, you have the opportunity to get better. It's just putting the hours in, putting the time in. putting the work in. That's it.
That's fantastic, because I believe this show is not just showcasing these producers. It's like you see a lot of growth with it. I've seen some older episodes, and I've watched recent ones just in the past this eight season or season 8. And I've seen you guys judge, and I've seen you guys speak to some of these producers, and like, man, you really like evolve. You tell them right on the show, like, yo, you should have listened to them in the earlier. They're from season 4, and look how they progress, you know? And I like that kind of feedback. That's where you get a lot of trust from. That's why they keep coming back, because they can trust your critique. If they're mature enough emotionally, they will take your constructive criticism and not be sore about it. Go back and put in the work. That's how you gotta be. And I really, that's why we come back. Because we know.
I heard D-Dot say something that is what everything I said in a nutshell. It's a little blunt, but it's the truth. D-Dot himself said, I've been told that I haven't, measured up to certain parameters. But he said, don't be bitter, be better. I'm like, yeah. Are you willing to receive it, put the work in, and apply it, and try again? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to throw my hands up every time I don't feel that I agree with the judgment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Either I'm going to be bitter or be better. Period.
And do you feel like any producer in the industry, I'm talking about like your major like music industry, Indoscope and all that kind of stuff, artists like that, do you feel like you have to take this constructive criticism or you don't grow? Like that is your
absolutely, that's
your moment. Like listen, or you can stay stuck in the moment.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Dog. At the end of the day, I'm grateful. Let me start with that. You don't necessarily have to have the credentials to have a good ear. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have the credentials to be able to properly convey what you're hearing, which is what I've been blessed to be able to do. The cosign that I've gotten from Focus and other people who have been on the platform of merit, who have the credentials to say that you guys' critiques are A1.
It is.
You guys know what you're talking about. So, it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to come from one of them to be valid, because they've already validated us. You know what I'm saying? And we knew what we're talking about when we started. Otherwise, it's the experience level. I've been producing 20 years. Lens has been producing 20 years. Knight has been producing and rapping for 25 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Experience.
So it's about the experience. And can you help apply that experience to someone who's trying to get and improve? They're trying to improve. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah. Look at that 20 years, 25 years versus me, 2 years of experience. You know what I'm saying? And that consistency that I haven't been doing it.
The difference is, even when what we were talking about earlier, when I was showing you stuff, did you feel like I was trying to sun you, or like, you know what I'm saying? Or did you feel like I was like, hey, this is the knowledge that I have here? Because that's what it's about for me. You know
because
what I mean?
It'd be stupid for me that's been doing it for 2 years. Actually, I took 9 months off those 2 years, right? It'd be stupid and idiotic of me as a music producer who wants to progress and maybe produce somebody's full album one day, okay? To look at you that's been doing it for 20, 25 years and get offended, not take it, not come back on the show, not improve, become mouthy and nasty towards you,
You'd be surprised.
Hey, or go in your DM and be like, I didn't agree with what you said, or any of that bullshit. Yeah, that's you know what that is? That's high ego. You got to take your ego out of this. You have to. You're not. Some people are going to take the skin off your ass, and you're going to have to put it back yourself. Okay. And
surprised.
You can't go into a major studio.
Like this.
You can't go in a major studio. You can't go in Dr. Dre's studio and be like, look at him and be like, why are you critiquing me a certain way and get offended? You think he's going to let you back in there? Hell no. No. And then you're going to have a reputation in the music industry.
The thing is, I am mindful about communication is making sure that you understand what I'm saying. Communication is understand that you're able to receive what I'm saying. And there's a manner in which I can tell you something that you're able to receive it. If I just tell you that you suck, you're going to immediately tune out. You're not going to receive that. Or I could be like, and it's honestly comes from a place of for real regard for another person and care for another person. This is where it comes from for me. I'm not interested in tearing somebody down. Mm-hmm. If you are willing to listen to my opinion, I'm 100% willing to offer you from the knowledge that I was able to acquire. But I don't have to tear you down to do it.
Right.
I could literally just teach or offer knowledge. You know what I'm saying? That's how the knowledge was given to me.
Right.
So,
I will say this real quick, and I'll ask you a couple more questions then. But I will say this, and this is me looking as a nurse.
Do you feel like I was tearing you down? Because I feel like you didn't answer that question. Do you feel like I was tearing you down, or do you feel like it was more of a teaching thing? Do you feel like it was the approach was not negative?
Right.
Even what I was telling you earlier. How do you feel about that?
I feel like you're 100% teachable. The girls, and with the girls too, everything is teachable. Nothing was a tear down. And I'm going to tell you why I look at it that way, because I'm mentally healthy and I'm very emotionally mature. Now, you're going to have people that are not that way. That is not your responsibility how they react to proper. And you give proper criticism, constructive criticism and feedback, which you're supposed to receive anyways. You can't control how somebody reacts. If you're doing now, if you say your shit sucks, if your shit sucks, of course somebody's going to get offended. That's right. Not right. But if you're giving it, in your heart that you're giving the proper feedback, and somebody else takes it the wrong way, you are not responsible for how they react.
You'd be surprised.
I don't take it that way.
No, I'm not responsible for it. I'm saying you'd be surprised about how people do react.
And then you can't react to how they're reacting, because then they want you to react. You're right.
You know why? And it's going to sound kind of haughty, and I don't mean it to sound that way.
Yeah.
I got time for that.
Right.
I got stuff I'm trying to get done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to act funny? Go ahead, be cool. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, you're helping me avoid stress.
Yep.
By you being like, I'm not coming back. I would love for you to come back. To be fair, I would love for you to come back. But if you're going to come back and have that type of attitude, then, or if you don't want to come back because you have that type of attitude, then honestly, all you're doing is helping me avoid stress. So when you get to the point to where you say you've matured, or you can handle the whatever feedback is coming your way, then cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, but either way, it's God bless you.
Right.
And I really truly do mean that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna that's your axe to grind. That's your cross to bear on that one. You know
the Gauntlet has a fantastic reputation, and that's just what it is.
It's on purpose.
Yeah.
It's on purpose. Because I know and have been in rooms that things have been less than integral. and you feel like you got cheated. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever want there to be a situation where anybody could walk away from the gauntlet and be like, they're not integral over there. They don't tell the truth. They treat people a certain way that's incorrect. Like, I don't want that. Like I said, ultimately for me, the gauntlet is about creating a community first of like-minded, creative individuals, and number two, growing the producer community.
I appreciate
like professionally, sonically, you know what I'm saying? Opportunities wise, like that's what it's about for me. Period.
And I appreciate that, and we love that platform, and like I'll share it and do everything I can, on my end. So when you were, I wanna build on this one real quick. When you were in those rooms where there wasn't any integrity, did you let that control your emotions?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because if you feel like you like this, it has to be blatantly obvious. Now, I'm not just gonna fly off the handle.
Okay.
Because somebody said they didn't like me. No, it was when it was obvious that there was favoritism or some type of, you know what I'm saying? Some type of thing that's less than integral. Yeah, then I can. It's human nature at that point to feel slighted. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely felt slighted in those moments. You know what I'm saying? So it's if stuff is run cleanly and correctly, and I just lost, because I've been in rooms where I just lost cleanly and plainly, and I had to go home and be like, well, am I gonna be bitter or be better? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If stuff is run the right way, then it's run the right way, and that's what we're striving for with the gauntlet.
Right. Or you already reached that milestone. There ain't no striving no more. That you already reached it. Okay.
Appreciate it.
I like to ask this question because I'm a foodie, and it's one of my towards my last.
I'm a foodie as well.
I love to ask this question. What is your favorite food? And if somebody came to you, yes, sir. And if somebody came to your area, like a friend,
foodie,
yes, I
what
can.
their favorite food is? Do you have a favorite food?
Hell yeah, I do.
As a foodie?
Okay, I have a couple.
That's my point. See, you proved my point just now. That's my point. You can't ask a foodie what their favorite food is.
What's your top five then? Tell me what's your top five. What is your top five?
Right.
Restaurant too. If I was to come in your area, where are you taking me to eat?
Oh, where am I taking you to eat?
Okay. And your top five or whatever.
I love Mexican food. Love Mexican food. So I would take you to depends on like what level you trying to do with Mexican food. You know how that goes.
Authentic.
So yeah, authentic. But I mean, if you want to sit down, if you want authentic, I'm taking you to my in-laws' house. But like, you know what I'm saying?
I was gonna
say, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to sit down and eat, then there's a place called, and they are not paying me for this. This is not paid sponsorship. But there's a place called La Unica. It's here that is amazing. I like to eat there a lot. Dope breakfast burritos, dope Doritos, period, dope tacos. Like, pick something is good. As far as my other favorite foods, I love sushi. Love sushi. So I normally go to this place called Makuni and get sushi. I love ramen.
You like pho?
I'm like pho.
Pho. Sorry, I always say that way.
Like
pho. Yeah.
I like pho, but I'd rather have ramen than pho.
Oh, okay.
Not gonna hold you, but there's a place called what's it called? It's off of K Street in Sacramento. There's can't remember the name of the place right now because I'm on the spot. But
yeah.
That place is amazing. I love like what? There used to, God bless this place's soul. It's gone now.
Oh
but
man!
There used to be a place that had amazing gumbo, and I mean amazing gumbo. and I know the person who runs it, and I ask him all the time about possibly bringing it back, but it was called the Gumbo King, and it was
Was it spicy? You like
yeah,
your spicy?
yeah,
Okay.
but it wasn't like overly spicy. It wasn't like tear your face off, but I do enjoy tear your face off food. So,
Okay,
I have several of the hot ones, hot sauces. I'm always looking for like the new hot.
If you got to
sauces.
sign a
Like,
waiver, nah. If you got to sign a waiver because there's a chance you can die, nope.
Now, I like hot sauces that still taste good though.
Okay.
And that's the one thing I would say about most of those hot sauces they eat on that show. It's stupid hot, but there's a flavor. Like hot sauces like the Bomb or something like that. There's no redeeming quality. It's just hot for the sake of being hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But those type of foods I like. Sushi, Mexican food.
Yeah.
Anything Italian. Any type of seafood.
You ain't lying. And I'm on this kick from Safeway. It's a grocery store here, and they got the seafood salad. I like seafood, anything seafood.
Yeah.
Boy, I eat it every day almost.
And I love a really, really good steak. There's a place here called Pasquini's. It's actually an Italian restaurant, but they have an amazing steak. The crust on it, the medium wellness of it. Like,
sirloin.
I'm a person who it's a strip, but they do everything. They do ribeyes, they do everything. But like, I'm a person who watches Guga Foods on YouTube. I'm a person who watches Dame Drops on YouTube. I'm a person who watches Alton Brown.
Okay.
On YouTube. Mr. Chime Time. Like I'm a foodie for real.
Okay.
Yeah, I love food. I love good food.
Yeah, heck yeah. Ribeye is my favorite. I was telling Nightlife. Ribeye is like my ultimate favorite. And I have to eat that. I don't eat chicken as much as I used to when I was like younger. But it's seafood and steak for me. I love it. Okay, so what do you want to tell? Anything you want to tell the people before you get off, or
two things,
okay.
I guess. Number one, myself and my brother Lens just released an album. It's called The Glow Tape. We go by The Radiators. Please make sure to go and pick that up. It's on Bandcamp right now. And then, of course, please like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell to the Gauntlet Beat Battle. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you. You know what I mean? Keep supporting us. We're just appreciative of being able to be in season 8 and to be able to move into season 9. So thank you so much. And then also go get everything that Nightlife drops. Pins and Needles. Is out right now. Go get it. And then just keep your eyes open for new music, new episodes, new things we're doing for season 9. Constantly trying to evolve the show. So
when's the next episode? Let them know when the next episode
Next episode will be July. Let me not lie. I want to say July 23rd. I want to say July 23rd. I think I'm correct. Yep, that is correct. July 23rd.
Okay.
So, it is our season finale. So make sure you tune in for that. It's going to be D-Dot versus Grey Keys.
Wow.
So this is going to be a
Grey
serious
Keys.
show.
Ooh, and Grey Keys. D-Dot, I think I remember him, but Grey Keys.
Oh, definitely you need to go back and revisit D-Dot at the top of the season.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So this is for who's winning season 6.
So 5 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay.
5 p.m. Pacific.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go back and watch it. Absolutely. Yep. Thank you for coming on my show and supporting me, and I support you 100%.
Absolutely.
You're amazing, good soul.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Likewise.
We love you. Yes. All right. It's been real, y'all. Y'all take care.
See y'all later.
All right. Bye.
Peace.